Ladies and gentlemen, we gather today in celebration of the inauguration of the 14th president of Illinois College, Dr. Barbara A. Farley. We invite you now to rise, as you are able, and to remain standing for the academic processional and invocation.
Good afternoon. Let us join together in the spirit of prayer. Most gracious God, you tell us in the book of Ecclesiastes, verse 1, there is an appointed time for everything, and there is a time for every event under heaven, which brings us here today. We come to you this afternoon with our faces lifted in joy as we celebrate the inauguration of Dr. Barbara A. Farley. Lord, we thank you for the great cloud of witnesses consisting of family, friends, faculty, staff, students, alumni, colleagues, and the overall Jacksonville community. We are brought together by a common thread of blessedness. I ask that you give Dr. Farley the wisdom that she needs to lead Illinois College. Give her the discernment to see the vision that you have placed before her. Continue to give her the energy to fulfill her duties. However, give her times of rest and renewal in order for her to walk beside, as the psalmist eloquently stated, the green pastures and quiet streams which you have provided. When times seem uncertain or just plain challenging, give her the peace that surpasses all understanding. When there is a need for healing, help her to know that there indeed is a balm in Gilead. God, continue to give us that true blue spirit so that our community can work with Dr. Farley in unity. At the end of the day, we need to do our best work so that Illinois College may be a bright light on the path for those seeking a quality education. As we continue throughout this ceremony and this day, help us to savor all that is going on around us. Continue to show us your mercy. Grant us your protection and peace. Amen. You may be seated.
President Farley, Board of Trustees of Illinois College, esteemed faculty and staff members, honored guests, alumni, students, parents, and friends of Illinois College. I welcome you to the inauguration of Barbara A. Farley as president of Illinois College. This is a great day for this school. Since 1829, only 13 other individuals have been installed as president of this institution. Today, we honor the 14th, the individual that we have chosen to lead this college forward into the next exciting years. All of us who make up the community of Illinois College, thank you for joining us on this auspicious occasion and for sharing with us our hopes, our pride, and our joy. The histories of Illinois College and the city of Jacksonville have been deeply intertwined since our founding. This college takes seriously its responsibilities to contribute to the well-being and culture of Jacksonville. We are proud of the deep roots we have sunk into this place on the prairie, calling our students here and then sending them out into the world to lead and serve. Due to the fact that Mayor Andy Ezzard cannot be with us today because of an illness, I have the pleasure of introducing Alderwoman Lori Large Oldenettle, who will be representing the city and is also an alumna of Illinois College. Lori?
Thank you. President Farley, Illinois College Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, students, alumni, and friends. On behalf of the mayor and the city of Jacksonville, it is our honor to welcome you to Jacksonville and to the historic Hilltop campus. As many of you already know, and for those of you who have not yet met President Farley, you will soon learn she has a gracious attitude, a genuine demeanor, and an energy that is going to take Illinois College to new heights. While the city of Jacksonville and Illinois College have always had an outstanding relationship, we know that this relationship will continue further under the leadership of President Farley. We are proud to have 3 outstanding colleges in our community and recognize the many contributions that each make to better this great city. It's always a pleasure to work with the faculty, the staff, the students, and the impact each make in the lives of so many people living in the Jacksonville area. President Farley, we are so excited for you to be a part of Jacksonville and Illinois College community. Your energy, involvement, dedication, and leadership is contagious, and we know great things are going to continue to happen. We look forward to working with President Farley, the Illinois College Board of Trustees, the faculty, the staff, and the students in helping Illinois College achieve its educational goals and aspirations. Thank you for inviting the city of Jacksonville to this historic occasion. And to the alumni, friends, students, thank you for everything you have done and continue to do for the city of Jacksonville. Best wishes to Illinois College in the days, the weeks, and the years ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Lori. Illinois College is fortunate to share a geographic location with our neighbors, McMurray College and Lincoln Land Community College, both proudly represented by delegates here today, and we thank you for coming. Illinois College also belongs to many organizations that represent higher education throughout the nation and the world. Illinois College was a charter member of the Council of Independent Colleges, an organization of over 600 colleges and universities across the country. We are grateful that its president, Dr. Richard Ekman, has joined us here today as a representative of the higher education community to bring greetings on its behalf and to recognize and to share in the important milestone for both Illinois College and Dr. Farley. Please help me welcome Dr. Richard Ekman.
Madam Chair, members of the Board of Trustees, members of the faculty, distinguished guests, and President Farley, it is my honor and genuine pleasure to convey to you on this grand occasion the official greetings and best wishes of the 4,000 colleges and universities that comprise the higher education community in the United States. All of us, representing diverse educational philosophies, differing founding values, and a mix of programmatic strengths, congratulate the entire Illinois College family on its great good fortune of having selected Barbara Farley to be your new president. And we congratulate President Farley on her entry into the ranks of the top leadership of one of America's best colleges. In the time-honored language used in commencement ceremonies everywhere by your new peers, Barbara, the leaders of other colleges and universities, many of whom are here today, let me welcome you into the ancient and honorable company of educated men and women, and let me add our welcome to you to the much smaller group of individuals who have had the privilege of serving as president of a college that is genuinely committed to the liberal arts, to the relentless pursuit of excellence, and to service to all of mankind. Only some 600 private, nonprofit, small liberal arts colleges share certain important characteristics that Illinois College embodies so well and has sustained for nearly 2 centuries. It's no accident that graduates of Illinois and other small colleges are in fact the best prepared for success after graduation and in their careers and in responsible leadership in a democracy. I'll give you 2 examples. First, in meeting the national priority today, articulated by business leaders and by President Obama, for more Americans to become prepared for careers in science and technology in order to assure that in the future America will lead in innovation and international competitiveness. It's Illinois College and its peers that prepare a disproportionately large share of all career scientists. Or to cite another example, in meeting the national priority that colleges reflect better the changing demography of our country, it is Illinois College and its sister institutions that have the best graduation rates, not only for all students in general, but also for low-income students and for students who are the first members of their families to go to college. The commitment to making college possible for those who will benefit most from it is clear here at Illinois College. I'm confident that President Farley's own commitment to moving toward a just society and her impressive track record for effective education will lead to even greater prominence for this college in meeting the national priorities of today and tomorrow. Barbara, a word of greeting just for you. Will everyone else please cover their ears? Serving as president, Barbara, can sometimes be a very lonely position. There are some decisions that only the president can make after taking her own counsel, and that can be a heavy responsibility. Of special value to you, I hope, will be the wisdom of your fellow presidents and your many good friends in leadership positions throughout America. They have gained much through their experience in literally hundreds of institutions. We want you to succeed. We want Illinois College to thrive. We want your students to be model citizens of the world, and we need and welcome your help in advancing the cause of the liberal arts, of the pursuit of excellence, and of private higher education, so that this college will be here as a beacon to secure America's future for another 2 centuries. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Ekman. We are judged by the company we keep. We know we are truly beneficiaries of our relationship with the Council of Independent Colleges. It is my pleasure now to present the Illinois College Choir, directed by Professor Abby Musgrove. Today, as we celebrate the installation of only the 14th president in our long history, to put it into perspective, I remind you that during the same period, the United States had 38 presidents. Our much smaller number stands as a testimony to the depth of commitment each president has made to this institution. All have been individuals of uncommon character, sure vision, and resolute determination. Our most recent president, Dr. Axel Steuer, joins us today, and I ask him to stand and be recognized. To this number, we now add Barbara A. Farley, whose own exemplary character, vision, and determination will help to guide this institution to the fulfillment of its great promise in the years to come. I invite Dr. Paul C. Pribineau, president of Augsburg College, whose most recent loss of an academic vice president has been our great gain, to introduce and present Dr. Farley to all of us assembled here. Please welcome Dr. Pribineau.
Thank you, Madam Chair. It is a wonderful privilege to be with all of you. As some of you notice, I've gone deep into my closet to find this bow tie, which has the maroon, which is the school color of Augsburg, but blue with parallel stripes, because today we're all true blue in celebration. The poet William Wordsworth once wrote, "What we have loved, others will love, and we will teach them how." It is a great privilege to be with all of you on this joyous occasion of the inauguration of your new president, our colleague and friend, Dr. Barbara A. Farley. On behalf of the Augsburg College community and colleagues from the broader private college community in Minnesota, it is my honor to introduce Barbara to you and to invite you to join with her in the good work that lies ahead for Illinois College. At Augsburg, we teach all of our students to consider the theological concept of vocation or calling as a way of making sense of their journeys toward lives of meaning and significance in the world. Barbara Farley embraced the concept of vocation in her work as Vice President for Academic Affairs at Augsburg and also in her personal journey. Barbara combines a deep commitment to the liberal arts, a passion for access and justice in higher education, an active faith, a keen mind, and an elegant leadership style as characteristics of her calling to be a college president, especially for a college that shares her values and commitments. But what is perhaps most meaningful about Barbara's understanding of her own calling is the distinction she makes between a call as invitation and call as command or requirement. Barbara knows that she has been invited into the wonders of your community to be your partner in the days ahead. Such an invitation is full of grace. And this afternoon, she formally invites you to join her on that journey of grace. And what an adventure it will be. Barbara's path to this opportunity to serve as the president of Illinois College is meaningful. As a graduate of a fine liberal arts college, the College of St. Benedict, she knows the heritage and values of private liberal arts education firsthand. As an MBA and Ph.D. graduate of the prestigious Carlson School of Management at the University of Minnesota, she has been prepared academically to do this work professionally for the role of president. As a faculty member of St. John's University, the College of St. Scholastica, she gained extensive classroom and scholarly experience. Her administrative duties at St. Scholastica, at St. Vincent's, and at Augsburg, she followed a path of ever more responsible and senior leadership for colleges that share Illinois College's commitments to the intersections of learning and service. In her own scholarship on leadership, she has written and taught all of us about how 21st century higher education institutions must be strategic and nimble and publicly accountable. In her work at Augsburg, the work for which I know her best, Dr. Farley gained wide respect for her leadership of the college's overall academic programs. Allow me to lift up 4 themes of that leadership and what you can expect of her here as your president. Barbara places students at the center of her vision for academic leadership. And just as an aside, I don't know that I've ever seen as many students at an inauguration as I see here today, so perhaps that is a good sign. And it's Saturday, and are you getting credit for this? In a variety of ways, Barbara was a champion of the student experience at Augsburg. Working with her faculty and staff colleagues, for example, she led our efforts to consider how we keep our promises to our diverse students. She organized separate commencement and opening convocation exercises for our adult undergraduate and graduate students, honoring their specific experiences at Augsburg that are different from our traditional undergraduates. She was a champion for new pedagogical models for traditional undergraduates in an integrated learning community and for adult undergraduates in an innovative hybrid degree completion program. She was an active supporter of student activities at the college, including athletics and the arts, campus ministry, community service. In all she does, Barbara asks, what difference does it make for our students? A commitment that shapes her academic leadership. Barbara understands the central role of mission in guiding institutional planning. Though Augsburg is grounded in a faith tradition different than her own, Barbara was an articulate and passionate advocate for our distinctive mission as a college of the Lutheran Church in the city, committed to access and excellence in our academic programs. In particular, through her leadership efforts for our institutional accreditation through the Higher Learning Commission, Dr. Farley linked together Augsburg's mission, all aspects of the college's academic and administrative work, and the abiding importance of accountability for everything we do as a college. Barbara knew that academic programs at colleges need to be mission-based, market-savvy, and well-planned. Barbara believes in collaborative work and leadership. She was a key player at Augsburg in modeling the sort of collaborative work that ensures strong engagement and buy-in for important priorities. Perhaps the most significant example of this collaborative leadership was in her work to plan for Augsburg's new Center for Science, Business, and Religion, which will be built in the next couple of years. I asked Barbara to lead the planning for this facility, which will provide much-needed facilities for our science programs, but that will also bring together our religion and business programs to model our commitment to the liberal arts. She enlisted the assistance of upwards of 150 students, faculty, and staff in the visioning process for the new building. Along the way, this new building evolved from simply a facility to house academic programs to a symbol of how Augsburg believes the liberal arts are the most efficacious education for the 21st century. By bringing science, business, and religion into the new center, Augsburg will proclaim and practice the intersecting and integrating power of liberal arts education for our students. With this idea firmly established, Barbara led the design team for a new facility and gained considerable expertise in architectural and campus master planning. The results of both the intellectual and facility planning work around this building will transform our campus for years to come, a legacy of collaboration that Barbara Farley helped us to achieve. And finally, Barbara is an individual possessed of a deep love of learning, a passion for justice, and a genuine integrity. Barbara models lifelong learning in her continuing teaching, scholarship, and professional development. She taught regularly across the college and often led seminars for her colleagues on leadership and organizational behavior. She was an active force in the creation of our Martin Sable Center for Citizenship and Learning at Augsburg, supporting our strong tradition of excellence in civic engagement and service learning. She was instrumental in bringing the Center for Democracy and Citizenship to Augsburg from the University of Minnesota, clear that the center's work would enhance our reputation and efforts to promote citizenship among our students. She led collaborative efforts among the chief academic officers of the Associated Colleges of the Twin Cities to establish an urban sustainability theme for our joint efforts among the 5 schools, work that promises to transform the relationship between our institutions and the communities we serve. More than anything, though, I am impressed with Barbara Farley's sense of the privilege of leading a community. Her integrity, her attention to the quality of details in her professional work, her deep respect for colleagues, and her abiding commitment to excellence combine to exemplify the sort of servant leadership that I believe is essential for successful college leaders in the 21st century. What she has loved, she will teach you how. I invite you now to listen carefully to the invitation Barbara offers you, and then be prepared for the energizing, mission-based, and transformative work ahead. All of us who know and love Barbara will watch with great anticipation for what you all will accomplish here together. Friends and colleagues, your 14th President, Barbara Farley.
Dr. Barbara A. Farley, the Board of Trustees has chosen you to be President of Illinois College. Yours will be the great privilege and responsibility of leading this special college to its future bright with promise. As you stand here ready to take on this task, you are surrounded by people, words, and symbols that shape Illinois College as a community. The seal of Illinois College hangs on the banner behind us. The mace, which represents yours and the faculty's authority, was carried at the head of the academic processional and now stands below us. Also below us, you will note both the college's mission statement and our affirmation of community responsibility. These are the words that distinguish our community gathered here on this day, the words that call us to purpose, to hold up for all to see the promise that we have made to each other, that this college, at its founding and into the future, is firmly grounded on three essential values: excellence, service, and leadership. These values make up the very heart of Illinois College. For this reason, we have selected personal gifts for you to keep In honor and celebration of your inauguration, and as a representative of each of these values. As president of Illinois College, you now assume the chief responsibility to ensure that whatever path we may chart for our future, our commitment to these purposes will be steadfast and true. I now ask three representatives of our community to speak to the values and to present you with your gifts. Professor Laura Corey will speak to excellence, Katie Brunk will speak to service, and Brett Thixton will speak to leadership.
To remind you of the many gifts we both give and receive in our quest for excellence, we present you with this cairn. Cairns are piles of stones that serve as guideposts along trails. Passers-by contribute a stone to mark their passage and let the cairn point the way onward. At the top of a mountain, a cairn serves another purpose. The stones placed on these cairns signify the mix of exhilaration and contentment one finds on a hard-earned summit. Seeking academic excellence offers a great deal of exhilaration, but contentment is more difficult to achieve. While one is usually aware that one has run out of mountain to climb, excellence in an academic field is an abstract and movable goal. New knowledge prompts new questions, new perspectives guide creative endeavors, and our changing world demands that we seek justice for social problems we cannot yet imagine. To seek excellence as an educational institution, we must prepare ourselves to be both restless and relentless, and to seek our exhilaration and our contentment in an ongoing process of intellectual development. Let this cairn and its beaded E-charm symbolize what each member of the larger Illinois College community contributes and gains through our participation in our journey towards excellence.
Dr. Farley, and inaugural guests. One of the earliest experiences of every first-year student for the last 20 years has been the annual service blitz. Right from the start, faculty and staff seek to instill in our students an appreciation of working together to improve our community. I have to admit that after that first formal service project, I didn't make much time specifically for service. I was busy with classes, work, student organizations, and of course studying. The strange thing was that although I didn't make time for service, my life as a student at Illinois College seemed to mandate it. The realities of poverty, armed conflict, and gender inequality that I learned about in my classes demanded action, my action. The values of the student organizations of which I was a member made service projects inevitable, but also fun and engaging. Projects in or out of the class to raise awareness, volunteer in the community, and lobby public officials became an expected part of life at IC. It was one more thing for my friends and me to add to our busy schedules, but without them, we felt inadequate, unchallenged. I even reached the point where I judged the quality of a class by its ability to demand further action of me. Although I didn't plan for service, service became a part of me at Illinois College, and it continues to influence both my personal and professional life in ways I could never have predicted. Today, as we reflect on the excellence of this institution, every member of this community should be proud that the tradition of service distinguishes this college. Dr. Farley, we are proud to present you with this original print of St. Francis of Assisi, so that as you prepare to lead the next chapter in the history of Illinois College, you will remember and echo the words of the peace prayer attributed to him, calling us to be those instruments of peace, pardon, light, hope, and joy, so that this world truly is made better.
President Farley and the Illinois College community, I am honored to present to you this special candle and candlestick on the occasion of your inauguration. I am proud to be a member of a community that seeks to develop in its students the willingness to step forward when called and to live meaningful lives of service and leadership. It is in this context that I've chosen a quote from the Talmud that reminds us each of the importance of leadership. It states, "One person's candle is a light for many." I was fortunate to meet you last spring when you visited campus for your interview. I remember having lunch with you and thinking to myself how charismatic you are and how excited you were to be having lunch with all of the students gathered there. President Farley, you made each of us sitting around that table excited about Illinois College's future and how fun and interesting it would be to get to know a new president. You made a lasting impression on all of us sitting around that table, and we didn't even know if you would be our new president. In fact, no one knew who the new president was going to be until the announcement celebration in Remmel Camp last spring. That's a true testament to the work of the Presidential Search Committee, because I think we all know that not very many things stay secret on the hilltop for too long. When you were announced as 14th president of Illinois College, you could feel the energy level on our campus change. Even as we expressed sincere appreciation for the contributions of Dr. Stoyer, we are excited that you would be joining our community in June as our new leader. John Quincy Adams once said, "If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader." When I returned to campus this August for my senior year, I could already feel a difference. In just the brief time you have been on campus, you have already inspired me, my classmates, and the entire IC community to be more, much more. Illinois College has come a very long way since that first day in 1829. I believe that those founders who worked from the start to make this college a beacon of truth and learning would feel great pride as you now assume the responsibility for its leadership. I am confident that as you lift your candle, we will benefit from your leadership, and this college will continue to light the way for many more who will come after us. Congratulations, Dr. Farley.
Barbara Farley, you stand before us now ready to assume this honored position. The work you take on is important and will affect this college for generations to come. Yet we do not ask you to work alone. Here in this room and around this country and the world, thousands of alumni and friends send you their best wishes and offers of support. You have been raised in love and respect, educated to serve and lead, and all of your experiences have brought you to this time and this place. We celebrate all that brings to us. And now, by the virtue of the authority of the Illinois College Board of Trustees, I place over your shoulders the Presidential Medallion, symbols of the high office you now hold. On behalf of the trustees and all of those who love and serve this institution, I welcome you as the 14th president of Illinois College, and I assure you of our confidence in you and pledge our support to you as you strive to continue the greatness that is this college's destiny. And now it is my high honor to present to you the 14th president of Illinois College, Dr. Barbara A. Farley.
We all have a few treasured days in our lives that we remember forever. Today will be one of those days for me. The day I formally and with great joy become an official member of the Illinois College community as IC's 14th president. Madam Chair, thank you very much for bringing me into this community and welcoming me today. I want to acknowledge and welcome not only all the trustees, delegates, students, faculty, staff, civic leaders, alumni, and other special guests, but also many of my dearest friends and beloved family who have traveled long distances to join us today. I am grateful that my parents, Alan and Beverly Edwards, my brother Mark, my sister Diana, her husband, Jeff Rouse, and their daughter, Ainsley Catherine, are in the audience. For my family has always been an essential pillar in my life. Thank you. I believe the act of inspiring achievement in others, our theme for this inauguration, requires searching reflection from each of us about what has inspired our own accomplishments. Certainly, my experiences since 1985 as a professor and academic dean have shaped who I am and influenced how I will think about my work as college president. But on the matter of inspiration and the source of my courage to stand here today, I want to acknowledge someone who is with us only in spirit, my late husband, Jack Farley. Any description of his loving encouragement and support for my career is so inadequate. He was a kind and gentle powerhouse, a force for always moving forward, always. My heart is full knowing what this day would have meant to him. I am absolutely delighted that Jack's granddaughter, Sarah Carey, and her family have come to Jacksonville to be with us today, and I hope you'll give them a big round of applause. Sarah, would you please stand? I came as an applicant to this presidency without any previous connection to Illinois College, but convinced of the remarkable value of small, independent colleges like IC, convinced by my own experience of teaching and leadership at 5 of them, most recently under President Paul Privenow at Augsburg College. Thank you, Paul, for your generous introduction today, for all you taught me during our years of working together at Augsburg, and for your confidence and guidance as I began the path that led me to Illinois College. Thank you very much, Paul. In preparing for my interview with the IC Search Committee, I wrote out interview notes that began with the sentence, "The world needs colleges like Illinois College now more than ever." Above anything else in my interview, I wanted to convey my belief in the special, critical role of institutions like Illinois College in developing in students the qualities of mind and character needed in the 21st century. An article by Dr. Ekman was in my briefcase on the flight to Springfield. His essay, A Response to the Concept of Disruptive Innovation in Higher Education, was being circulated widely among college leaders for whom it had struck a particular chord. Dr. Ekman's words were a persuasive reminder of how colleges like IC are simply remarkably effective for student learning. It is an incredible honor to have you here today, Rich. Thank you for your extraordinary service to higher education. And Rich is so dedicated, he's on a flight back to New York City. It's wonderful he could be here with us. The search committee's decision came on a cold Minnesota morning in mid-November. And it seemed like only a few thrilling moments later, on the final Friday of May, that I pointed my car south and followed the Mississippi River Valley from Minneapolis along the dramatic bluffs of southern Wisconsin and Minnesota and across the lovely rolling prairie of Illinois. It was the beginning of an invigorating and fulfilling summer, spent getting to know the depth of this place through stories told by so many ambassadors of Illinois College, Jacksonville leaders, IC faculty, staff, students, and trustees from across the country, and from my own firsthand experiences in settling into campus and the IC organization. I want to thank each and every one of you who reached out to welcome me this summer. Those of you who have followed my new Facebook page, and I hope you all will, have seen pictures and posts of the amazing summer I had. I wanted to get to know as much of IC as possible. By the time students arrived in August, I had held over 300 meetings, met with 29 members of the Board of Trustees, visited 11 cities, greeted over 450 incoming students and their families at summer orientation, and met hundreds of alumni. As IC's semester began, I helped at move-in day for first-year students, witnessed the volleyball's first team victory of the season as their honorary coach, inducted the new officers of Student Forum, hosted my first student event at Barnes House, and was part of the class of 2017's all-class photo. One student who is following me on Facebook stopped me at Common Grounds to suggest launching a Where's Waldo-like page. Where's President Farley? I wondered myself sometimes. And here's what I have learned. Illinois College is strikingly cohesive in its dedication to mission, giving our students the best possible opportunities to develop their minds, enrich their spirits, and nurture their unique gifts and talents. Alumni describe exactly the kind of transformative experiences that I know can only happen at places like Illinois College. We are preparing young people for productive, satisfying, and meaningful lives in our global society. Over many years, you have made Illinois College the phenomenal place it is. Your love for IC has inspired me. Today, I pledge to join you as a faithful steward of Illinois College's shining legacy of excellence, leadership, and service that dates to our founding in 1829. We will need each other and every good idea as we address the reality of higher education's current complexities. Increasing college costs, mounting student debt, increasing expectations of accountability, and rising competition from for-profit and not-for-profit institutions. In my first 3 months, I have found both the trustees and the senior leadership team to be wide awake to these challenges and to the need for new levels of effectiveness. We will build on initiatives you have undertaken, such as the Yates Fellowship Program, assisting first-generation students in their transition to college. And we will explore ways to expand student achievement, such as investment in faculty-student research that prepare students for graduate school. When I'm asked, as are so many college presidents, how we will radically remake this college for the coming era, it's never by a trustee or an alum, and it's never by someone who knows very much about Illinois College. From outstanding faculty and staff, to our state-of-the-art science building and athletic center, to our new curriculum fostering 21st century skills, to the faith in our future so evident in our new alumni house. We have what it takes to thrive in this competitive market. We need to embrace our strengths and move forward boldly. In service to the promise of inspiring achievement, My leadership of Illinois College will be built on the theme of quality at the core of everything we do, in academic programs, in service to Jacksonville, in athletics and other co-curricular experiences, and in our international partnerships. This means an education that is excellent, recognized, and affordable, one that changes lives by teaching essential skills in writing, critical thinking, speaking, problem solving, and working with teams of diverse people. I will put achievement first, achievement of our students, faculty, staff, administration, and alumni, and I will tell our story to remind us what an exceptional place IC is and to inspire others to join us in our commitment to students. Illinois College graduates are going places and doing impressive work in the world. I am meeting people every day whose lives were changed by IC. We can't hope for more. Well, now that we're official, I want to begin my most important work as president here and now, the work of invitation. Because just as the world needs Illinois College now more than ever, Illinois College needs you. To the faculty, you are the heart of the institution, the stewards of this vibrant learning community, and your dedication to innovative teaching, distinguished scholarship, and exemplary service will drive everything else that happens here. IC needs you to inspire the achievement of our students. To the staff, you know better than anyone the rapid pace of change in our field. New technology, changing economics and market pressures, new regulations and accountabilities. IC needs your creativity and collaboration to embrace these challenges while keeping quality at the core of everything we do. To the trustees, your distinguished lives of leadership have brought you to the highest role of service to Illinois College. IC needs your wisdom, your eye on the road ahead, and your gifts as we open doors for our students and graduates. To our neighbors and civic, education, and business leaders in Jacksonville, Illinois College is enriched by this community. IC needs your pride of place as we welcome students, scholars, and visitors from the region and around the world to Jacksonville. We are partners in a shared future where education, business, and the arts will thrive. To the delegates and my colleagues in higher education, your presence here today symbolizes the rich academic tradition of fellowship among colleges and universities. IC needs your expertise and determination, your research, your best practices, and your advocacy to navigate the complex landscape ahead for higher education. To the alumni of Illinois College, alumni, your alma mater needs you, and I hope you'll accept my invitation to give back your wisdom, your presence, your work, your gifts. Future generations of IC students are relying on you to step up for them, to make IC a place that can inspire achievement for years and years to come. Alumni, you are seated throughout this auditorium as faculty, staff, trustees, delegates, and neighbors. I'd like to ask you to please stand, alumni of Illinois College, to be recognized. And to IC's students, will you please stand? Students, our mission lives in you, in your achievement, and in the inspiring lives you will lead as graduates. IC needs you to engage fully in your education, to work hard, to open yourselves to new experiences, and to be ambassadors for Illinois College wherever you go. You are the case we are making to the world. Make it with passion and pride, and make it undeniable. I'm counting on you. Thank you.
You are all cordially invited to celebrate with President Farley and the college community under the tent and on the lawn in the upper quadrangle. President Farley will be happy to greet all of you in the center of the Rose Garden. And now will you please rise for the singing of the alma mater and remain standing for the benediction offered by the Reverend Dr. John Kay, followed by the academic recessional.
Let us pray. Generous God, in the exuberance of this moment, as we stand on the bright edge of possibility, we pause once more to savor a profound sense of accomplishment and hope. We have gathered with abundant joy and overwhelming gratitude because the spirit of this inauguration embodies our vision of education as a dynamic partnership between the academy and the wider world. We are grateful for Barbara Farley, for her academic accomplishment, and her boundless capacity for wise, intentional leadership. We celebrate her passion for excellence, her wholehearted dedication to enriching the life of the mind, her winsome embrace of the very best of our unique history and character, her passionate ability to reach out to all in humility, grace, and love, and her undying commitment to inspire lives of meaning and service. Together, we seek your blessing for what is yet to be. In the years to come, we seek the vision to sense unexpected opportunity, the courage to speak the truth, steady obedience in the way of love, in teaching and learning, in community and spirit, and enough curiosity to be surprised by joy embedded in every trial, to the end that whatever comes, we will experience together a fresh, uplifting pattern of inspiring achievement. As we join hands with one another and with you, we pray that you will bless us and keep us, that you will make your face shine upon us, that you will lift up your countenance upon us, and give us peace, this day and forevermore. Amen.